Hello and welcome to What's on the Shelf. I'm your host Jen, and today we are doing a special episode of Digital Playground when we have a special guest as well. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure, I'm Dr. Brian MacDonald from Brains on Games, and I'm a psychologist who often recommends board games to families to help their kids develop skills that might be causing them some problems at school.
Awesome. And what game are we playing today?
We are going to play K2, which is a mountain climbing game that was actually designed by a climber. I'm not a climber, but it seems like a very realistic version of mountain climbing to me. It's a very thematic game that's a little bit of push your luck and a lot of hand management.
Awesome. So let's get down to the table and start playing.
Great. So if we look at the board here, you can see that we've got all of our climbers down here at the bottom of the mountain. And on just to the right of the board that's the score track. So they have representations of each climber on the score track as well. You're trying to be the first one to move higher up the mountain as we play the game. Down beneath the board, my blue tokens here are on a counter that goes from 1 to 10. And that counter is your acclimatization counter, which is an indicator of how well adjusted your climber's body is to the harsh environment on the side of the second highest mountain in the world. So you're trying to prevent those counters from going down below 1. If they go down to 0, that climber is out of the game because he's passed away and he's lost on the mountain. If we look at the way that the board is arranged, there are a few different pathways to get up to the top of K2. Near the bottom of the mountain are some circles that have blue numbers on them. And those blue numbers mean that if your climber is in that space at the end of their turn, their acclimatization counter will go up by 1. As they go up higher, there are some circles that have a gold number inside, and the gold number means that that's how many movement points it's going to take to move into that space on the board. So as you get higher, some of them will require 2 movement points instead of 1 in order to move into that space. And then we get up towards the top, and there are some numbers in red circles, and the red circles are going to subtract from your acclimatization. So the environment is getting harsher the higher up you go on the mountain. To the right of the board, there's a grid that has some numbers with some meeples, and that's telling how many of your meeples can be in an area of the board at the same time. So we've got a 2-player game. So here you can have 2 people in there at once. As you get up higher, there may only be space for 1 in a space on the board.
Oh, okay. That's very interesting, the way that they set that up.
Yeah, so you can block people as you get higher up the mountain, but the higher up you go, the more dangerous it is for your climber. So it's again, it's pushing your luck a little bit and maybe taking a risk. Up at the top of the board, there is the day tracker. So here in the top left, you see the little black token that's at the number 1. So the game is made up of 18 rounds. That's 18 days on the mountain. So you have to survive for 18 days and be the one who has the most points at the end of that 18 days. If you look really closely, there's some weather on those things, and that's going to have an impact on acclimatization as you go up the mountain.
Okay.
At the beginning, I think, we're playing on the easier level, on the summer level. So at the beginning, things are pretty clear, but eventually you might hit up against a snowstorm or something that's going to have an impact on your climb.
That doesn't sound fun.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, exactly right. So the other thing we have here at the top are a stack of what are called risk tokens. And what's going to happen is, for each of our turns, we're going to have a hand of 6 cards. We choose 3 of them that we're going to use that turn and put them face down. We reveal them simultaneously, and they might have, a way of increasing your acclimatization, or they're going to be cards that give you movement points. And whoever has chosen the cards with the highest movement points is going to take a risk token, which means you're going so fast, it's a little bit riskier, and those are going to subtract from your movement that turn, or from your acclimatization, or from something else that's escaping me right now. There's 3 different things that the risk tokens can affect.
Okay.
Movement and acclimatization are the ones that jump out at me, but I have a paper version of the rule book beside me so we can double check as we go. Okay, does that all make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Perfect.
So
well, now
we just have
you're
to draw
going to
our hand of 6 to start.
draw our hand of 6. You may have to show me how to do that.
So you can. There's 2 ways you can do it. So you can either click and pull, and then
Mm-hmm.
drag it down to the bottom of your screen, and it'll pop up and show you.
Oh, good. Okay.
Or
Perfect.
you can right click on the actual dice, the deck itself, and you can draw the amount you need.
Okay. There you go. Draw up to 6.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it's properly calibrated, so it shouldn't give you an issue.
Yeah, I can see my hand right now. So then we would choose 3 that we want to reveal.
Oh, that's interesting. So, just as an example, I'm just going to put a card down because I wanted to make sure I understood what's going on with it. So this card here, it gives you an up and down logo for climbing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if I'm going up the mountain, it's 1 speed. If I'm going down the mountain, it's 2 speed.
Exactly right. That's the
Okay.
rope card. So you can usually go down faster. Go down faster with the rope than you can climb up.
And is there a difference between the colors that you see in the top right? Because I
Yep.
have some that are green and I have some that are blue.
So the colors are, the green ones are movement, and the blue ones are acclimatization. So those ones will increase your count. You can choose to apply them to either of your climbers.
Oh, okay. So then to flip a card, you just use the F key and flip it into your hand, and then you can put it down on the table
Okay.
so that you're not revealing your card as soon as you put it down on the table.
That's a good plan.
Yeah, we
So
played
then I just-
Sushi Go in this, is either on this or Tabletopia, and everyone kept forgetting to flip their cards.
Okay, that could be a problem. So we've got to do flip and drag. Okay, that's 2, and I need 1 more.
I'm gonna do that there. And the other cards that we have in our hand, we keep.
We keep. Yep,
Okay.
we'll draw 3 more after we do this turn.
All right, perfect.
Okay, so we both got our 3 cards.
And we flip.
Now we can flip them again. Oh, there we go. We can flip them over. Now I have to press the F key again, right?
Yep.
F.
You might want to lay them out a little bit more vertical so
Sure.
you could see them all.
They're easier to see.
Yeah. And
Oh,
if you want to get a close up the cards while they're sitting on the table, you can hit the space key and it'll pull up a bigger version of the card so you can read the details.
Okay.
Same thing with anything on the board that you're trying to get information from. You can pull up usually with the space bar a zoomed in version of that without actually having to scroll into the space you're looking at.
Oh, that's way better. Now, is there a way to hide my hand while I'm playing these cards?
Your hand is hidden from me. I cannot see your hand.
But can I move it out of my way so I can't see it until...
It should minimize, or you'll need to zoom
To
out a
move
little
these
bit
2.
more.
Okay, that's what we'll do. Let's get this over here. 1. And then I can flip that over. Maybe I can right click to flip it. Yeah.
You should be able to right click and flip.
Yep. That's 1. And here's number 2. I'll drag it over here and put it side by side, make it easier to see. And we'll flip that one over too. And last but not least, this guy. Let me get him over here. Perfect. Okay. I'm going to learn this thing today. There we go. So there's my 3 cards. So I've got a total movement of 4.
And I've got a total movement of 4 as well.
So it's a tie, so neither of us takes a risk token.
Okay.
Now we can divide our movement between the two climbers, but you can't split a movement card in half. So I've got 2 and 2, so I can't give one of the climbers 3 and the other one 1. I can use less. I can give one climber 1 or 0. I don't have to move at all. I can give one climber 4 and the others 2, if that makes sense.
No, that makes sense. So do we move simultaneously as well, or?
I think we can move. No, I think we have to take turns because we might be blocking spaces as we get higher up.
Okay, so
Right.
since you're first player, we'll let you go first because it was on a tie.
Sure. So we'll drag this guy 1, 2 spaces. And I'll drag his friend 2 spaces as well, if I can get him with my mouse here. There he goes. Okay.
So you've essentially blocked me.
Yeah.
So I can't move through you.
No, but you can move through as long as you don't land on me.
Okay, I guess that's what I'll have to do. So I will take, let's see. I'll take the rounder guy and go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
And I will leave my other dude at camp.
You leave your other guy at camp. That's perfect. Okay. You know what? There's 2 other pieces I didn't mention. Do you see down here? There's 2 little oval,
shelters?
yeah, like half circles. Those are tents.
Oh, okay.
And though you can once per turn, each of your campers can set up or once per game, pardon me. Each camper can set up a tent. It stays where you put it. You use however many movement points you would need in that circle to move into it. And then you've got a tent that will increase your acclimatization by 1 each turn that you're on that square.
Oh, now a question, because you can only put so many things, like you have limited spaces on certain sections. Does this count towards that total?
No, it does not.
Okay.
But you can only use your tents. You can't use an opponent's tent. They want to race you up the mountain, so they're not going to let you use their tent.
Yeah, they don't want you to warm up. What are you kidding?
Exactly right. Exactly right.
Okay, so so we've done the movement phase. So now I'm guessing we do acclimatation.
We do. So we've got I have a card bonus here. Did you do the same? I think you did.
I did the same thing.
So we can choose one of our climbers to increase by 1. And we're both on a circle where it's going to increase by 1 again when we do our checks at the end of the turn.
Yep. So I've given each of my guys 1 so that they're good to go.
Yes, you should give. Yeah, you can give each of yours 1. Absolutely. Okay, so
You've gone offline.
Oh. So I have. Oh, it booted me out. It's still loading though.
So
yeah, there we go. It's back on my end anyway. Can you see me now?
Your mouse is moving around.
Perfect. So I'll stack these guys up. We'll make a discard pile maybe over here, and then, oops. Wow, the physics.
Physics are fun in this game.
Very realistic. Okay, maybe I won't move them so far.
With Tabletopia, so a little bit of trivia that I found out about Tabletopia. One of my friends told me that the reason why Tabletopia has the flip option for the table is because Tabletopia was originally made to Tabletop Simulator was originally made to flip tables.
Okay.
So that was the mechanic, and then they just built off of that. So, of course, when we're playing in Tabletop Simulator, we have to end an episode by flipping a table.
Well, of course. That makes perfect sense to me. Okay, so now we need to draw up again.
Do we move our people up the mountain at this point, or are we still at level 1, so we stay at level 1?
Yeah, we're still at level 1, so really it's going to be, we can move them closer to the flag at the top, but we haven't changed levels yet.
All right, I'll leave my person.
Once we get, you can see that up above the next level, it's divided in 3.
Ah, okay, I gotcha.
Yeah.
And what about the turn tracker at this point? Does that move as well?
That's going to move as well. I was just going to draw up to my 6 cards here.
Okay, draw up 6. Ooh.
It's good that they did it that way. Then we move the turn tracker up 1.
So right now, nothing has happened. It's still nice and sunny.
It still looks nice and sunny. We've got some weather to prepare for, though. You can see if we jump ahead, right up here.
Yeah, there's
I'm not sure how to zoom in on the card, but there's something.
If you press the space bar and click on it, it will zoom in on a bigger version of that section.
Aha! Look at this. Oh, there we go. Now I can see it. Right, so you can see, I don't know if you're zoomed in here too, but yeah, we're going to get a snowstorm. We're going to get a snowstorm that's going to affect the entire mountain. And it's going to reduce acclimatization by 2 for all the climbers.
All right. So now we're on to the next round. So we choose our cards.
Choose those cards. So I'm going to press that F key.
Yeah, you got to press the F key and then put your cards down.
And drag it across. There we go. There's 1. Let's see. Oop, wait, I almost pulled it without flipping it. You told me not to do that, and I almost did it anyway.
It's okay. It's a learning thing. It's also habit forming, because that's the thing I find in the digital space is this is great, especially if you're playing long distance. I have friends in Australia and Japan that we've been reaching out to because they're content creators as well, and they're also working on their own projects for board games. And they're like, we want to play games with you, but you're so far away. And I'm like, well, have you thought about putting it on Tabletopia or Tabletop Simulator? And they're like, you're a genius.
Well, I mean, it works great. It is a bit of a learning curve, though, like you say.
Yeah, well, with any interface, you need to learn how to use it properly. And once you've gotten that down, it's super easy. And I've been really enjoying just diving into both of these systems because I do a lot of different reviews and different playthroughs and stuff like that, and because I haven't been able to physically play with people, this has been kind of my go-to for review copies of things at this point too. So,
well, I mean, I'll know it quite well by the time we're done today.
Exactly. So, are we ready to flip cards?
We are ready to flip cards.
Flip them cards.
So there we go.
So I've got 4 movement and 1 climatization. I think I said that right. I might not have. It's early morning and I'm on my first cup of coffee still.
All right. So I've got all movement. I didn't play any acclimatization cards. So I've got 7 movements, which means I need to take one of these risk tokens. And there's a couple that just have a 0 on them, so I'm going to take one of those.
So do you need to pull another one and put it face down as well?
Face up.
Face up. Okay,
so you can
I'll do that right now.
Pull one out and flip it over. There we go. That's a 1.
A 1. I'll make it so it looks the same as everyone else.
You can turn it around. Okay, so I have a total of 7 movements, so my folks can go. I'm heading up. So I'm gonna move. I may not use all of my movement though. I can go 1 and then 2, 3, and put this guy here. And I think I'm gonna do the same thing with the other guy because I didn't have any acclimatization cards this time. Oh, you're on. Are you on that space? No, you're below me.
I'm below.
There we go. So I'll put my 2 fellas right on there so that I can build up those counters a little bit before the big snowstorm comes.
So I'm going to move my dude 1, 2. And this guy's going to finally head up the mountain. 1, 2. And then we do climatization. So 1 for each of my dudes.
Yep. And I'll do the same. Oop, don't want to drag it too far. There's 1. And there's 1 more. And we'll discard those guys, clean up that mess.
Move the token over for the weather. So we're on turn 3. This actually plays quite fast too for turn order.
Yeah, well, with only a couple of players, I'll tell you, when the mountain gets crowded, when you've got like 3 or 4 people, it can be challenging.
Oh, I can believe that.
Yeah,
Especially if you're playing, I think this plays up to 5?
yeah, you can play up to 5.
Yeah, so it playing up to 5 would be crazy.
Okay, so no bad weather yet.
And then we
From
draw
the
up to
hand.
6.
Mhm. And you've moved the weather counter?
Yes, I have.
Perfect. Hmm.
So, one question I had for the tents. You said we can play them once per game somewhere, and we had to put the movement points in for them as well?
Yeah, so if I wanted to build a tent, say on one of the square, I'm on this. Both of my guys are on the same circle. So if one of them wanted to build a tent, I would have to spend 2 movement points on that space on the board,
Okay.
in order to build that tent.
And does
When
that tent protect you from the elements?
it does,
Ah.
it gives it. It will add 1 to your acclimatization, and I have to double check the rules if you still subtract or if you're perfectly safe once you're in the tent.
All
But
right.
I'll double check that before we build. Usually, you want to build those tents up higher on the mountain when the elements are going to get you,
And
unless you're.
and is the tent good for just one player, or can you put both your players in that tent?
I'm going to look that up right now just to double check and make sure. All these little
Because
tricky
I'm like,
things, right?
do I strategize in that way, or do I
Uh,
just play it safe and stay underneath?
okay, let's see. A given space can have more than 1 tent, and that's going to be the extent of what it's going to tell me. Okay, hang on here. Once we get to the acclimatization check. Okay, if the space has a tent with the same color as the climber gains 1 acclimatization point.
So it doesn't protect you from the elements.
No, but it does protect both climbers if you're on the right, if it's the right color.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so it protects you a little bit, but it's not perfect.
Exactly.
If there's a bad storm, you'll still be in trouble. Okay, so you've moved the weather thing. We can draw some cards.
Yep. Whoops.
Get rid of that. Oh, almost forgot to flip it. Here we go. All right. Oh, you know, the other thing I'll do is I'll take the old risk token and put it in the bag
Ah, okay.
once I find my mouse here, because those disappear as we go. So you'll find that the higher numbers are going to stick around.
All right, and we're ready to flip.
Let's flip these cards.
So I have a movement of 5.
Okay, well, let's see. I do not have that much. Oops, I'm pressing the wrong button. I should press the F. Here we go. I have a movement of 1.
Ooh.
You get the risk token this time.
Well, there's a little 0 there, so I'll grab the 0 token.
Yep.
And I'll place a new one.
And you know how to turn them around the right way, even. Look at that.
Yep. There we go. So,
Perfect.
you're the first player, so you do move first.
Yeah, so I've got 1 movement, but I'm not going to use it. I'm going to stay where I am because I want to bump up the acclimatization, and I have an extra 3, so I will do that. Oops, hang on here. I'm moving my camera instead of my token. There we go. Oh, It's giving me a hard time. Click.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this guy. Move this guy 1.
Okay.
And then this guy 3. So 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to put my first tent here.
Okay.
So they both get climatization.
Yep. You move up by 1. And I'll do the same thing. So I've got one guy at 7 and one at 5. Oops. That camera keeps...
So what normally, if you zoom in a little better, you get a better grip on your tokens. Or if you... Oh, you went offline again.
Yes, I did. My mouse isn't controlling anything right now. The internet is not cooperating today.
Yeah, that's one of my downfalls as well when we're making digital content right now is I'm not hardwired into a landline. So I'm working off of Wi-Fi, and that's why Discord doesn't like me very much.
Yeah, that's what happens, right? Okay. Oh, I can move my mouse again. I think we're good.
Perfect.
My tokens are off the board. Hang on. So this guy was at 6, I think. 1 at 7 and 1 at 6 is, I think, where they're supposed to be.
Yep.
And then we can move the day counter and stack up our discards.
So I'll move the day counter. Whoops. Not the sheet, the day counter. So I'm not seeing your mouse right now.
No?
No. So
Do
you want to try moving one of your tokens just to make sure that it's working?
Sure.
Connected?
Yep. Yep. Can you see that?
Nope. It still says you're offline. Do you want to try reconnecting?
Yeah, sure. Hang on 1 second. I'll put things back where they were. Let's see. Yeah, it says bad connection. It is reconnecting. I'm gonna get a physical mouse though, because that might make my life a little bit easier than trying to do everything with 2 fingers. Hang on 1 moment.
Yeah. So I went and purchased a mouse as well because my laptop just has a mouse pad, and trying to click with a mouse pad in this is just horrible.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So let's see if this will work at this range. I'm a little far away from my PC, but we're going to give it a try. If this one doesn't work, I may have to go find another one.
No, it seems to be
it's
working.
moving. Good.
All right. So,
okay.
You've already moved your tokens. We've already moved over the weather tracker. We just need to draw cards.
Let me discard my old cards here. I thought I had done that before, but I wasn't connected apparently. So I'll drag these guys on top of the stack. And then draw up to 6.
So when we run out of cards, I'm assuming we just shuffle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, then they all go back. Okay. Oh, hang on here. Draw up to 6 is what I want to do. My mouse is jumping around. There we go. Oh boy. Okay. So let's flip some cards over. Drag these guys out.
No, this is a very well done game. I'm enjoying it a lot. And I can see it definitely being a lot more competitive and stressful with more people.
Oh, definitely. It definitely is.
So where are you located?
I am in Ottawa, so I'm not too far from you because you're in Montreal, right?
Yep. Well, just south of Montreal.
Oh. It was a Canadian connection, and that's one of the reasons why I was excited to get in touch. It's good around Canada Day, especially.
Exactly.
To get all the Get all those connects together. Okay, sorry for the delay here, just dragging out that last card. All right, so I am ready to flip whenever you are.
Flip around.
Oops.
So I have a total of 4 movement.
And I have a total of 4 movement.
So no one gets
So
a risk token.
Yep. Now, here's the question. What's going to happen next? I'm going to take my smooth guy. Now we're really disconnected.
Oh, did you? Oh, no. Hold on a second.
Oh, we disconnected again.
We disconnected and then reconnected. Discord decided to be a pain in the butts. Just
That's
give me
what
one
happens.
second. Oop. Discord. There we go. We should be good.
Better.
Now.
We're back.
We're back. I just gotta redo the spacing for this.
I'll stack up some cards while you do your thing.
There we go. We're all set to go. At least it didn't completely crash this time for Discord.
Well, that's good. That's a plus for sure.
Yep. So I'm going to... so you've done your movement, correct?
Yep, I'm all ready.
Okay, so I'm going to move... So if I go 1, 2, 3, I can stay there. So he's going to move 1, 2, 3. He's going to move 1. I have a 3 climatization, so I just want to make sure I'm picking the right one. So my smooth dude will get 3, and my other guy will get 1, and then that should be it.
Good. So which did I take? The smooth guy. Is it the smooth guy I moved up? Yeah, because he was ahead, I think. So let me just take a peek here. Yeah, so the bumpy guy stays. He's going up to 8. And the other guy's going to be the same. Okay. We can draw up again.
You draw up.
Oh, don't forget to move the date.
Move the date, so now we're in a storm.
The storm is here. Okay. What we want to do is take this card now that we're on the second card and slide it over on top of this one.
Perfect.
If I can do that without... Oh.
It should line up all right.
There we go.
And then move the token over to the 2 there.
Yep. Perfect. That way we can predict the weather a few days out.
So we have a 1 and a 2 level storm coming up in the next section.
Now I'm going to move I've got to move this guy up on the score track because he's
I've done that as well.
Okay. So who was first? I was first player, I guess. So I was the first one to get that far, right? So I'll go ahead of you on the track because if there's a tie, the first person to get there is going to take the lead.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay. Well, here we go again. Let's see. What do we got? Okay.
Definitely you.
Do this. Okay. That one. I'm still figuring out this interface. And this one goes beside it. And one more, and then we're ready to go. There we go.
Perfect. And flip those cards.
Gotta flip those cards. Okay.
So I've got
Come
a
on.
total movement of 2.
2. And I have a total movement of also 2, I think. Let me press the space button here. Maybe it's 3.
You have 3.
Oh, I have 3. Yep.
So you get a
So
risk token.
I get a risk token. Let me jump up here. And there's one that has a number 1 on it. I'll take that and drag that guy down.
Oh yes, I forgot to drag my token to the bag.
Okay. So I've got 3 movement. Well, that is going to take this guy up to 1, 2, 3. Right there. And his friend's going to stay where he is.
Awesome. So I've got 1 and 1, so I'm going to move him up 1. I'm going to move him up 1. And then I also have 2 climatization, so I'm going to do 2 there.
Okay. Well, and I'm going to take
And
now.
1 there.
I'm going to take this risk token off of the acclimatization so that this guy up here will only get 1, and he's going to lose 1, so he just stays the same.
Okay.
And his bumpy friend down at the bottom goes up 1 more. And I'll move my score thing up 1.
Oh yeah, I gotta do that as well. But you got there first.
Yep. Let's see if I can. Oh, it's moving the camera instead of my little guy.
So if you mouse over your little guy, usually they will highlight or darken, and that's when you know you've got it targeted properly.
There we go. Got him. Right close to the line. There we are. Okay.
So now I get to show you the fun of how to shuffle.
Oh yes, because we're out of cards. Okay,
So,
hang on here. I'll drop my cards on top. Ooh, and then we have to shuffle our deck. Once I drag these guys, and it has to be orange, right? So that everything can be picked up at once. Okay. I think I did that right. Okay.
So now if you click on it once, it should go red. And then you want to flip it all.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's not going red. I might have had 2 piles here.
Yeah, you've got a little bit of 2. So just pull that one over. There you go.
Okay.
Now
Is that better? Oh.
Yeah. So now click on it once and it should go red. And then flip with the F button.
Okay. It's not turning red, it's just highlighting. It's turning blue. Okay, because that's
blue for you then.
So F for flip.
And then you right click and there's a shuffle button.
Okay, I see. There we go. Shuffle. Perfect. Oh, that's good.
You have now learned how to shuffle in Tabletopia. Achievement.
I'm learning all the tricks. Yes. I'm going to dump this risk token in the bag. Perfect.
And then,
let's drop up.
Now, we take 2 minus 2, right? Because of the weather?
Oh, yes, the bad weather. I forgot about it.
1, 2.
Yep. I forgot all about the bad weather. Right, I'll do the same. If I can get this guy to highlight. Oh. They're so small, these little tokens on here.
Well, you should be able to zoom in quite far in if you're having issues picking them up.
Yeah. Oh, I had it highlighted for a second. I am having issues picking it up. Now it thinks I want to right-click. Okay, give me a second here. Whoops. it'll highlight and then it comes off. Oh, there we go. 1, 1, 2. This guy goes down. Oops. Being fussy about clicking. There we go. 1, 2. Okay, and then we move the day up.
Yep, which I've already done.
And we draw back up to 6. Oh, I have to right click to do that. I'm learning the skills and immediately forgetting them.
It's okay. Repetition helps.
Yes, it does. Okay. So I am going to flip some cards.
So just to make sure I understand, so the game ends at the 18th round. It's not who gets to the top first, correct?
That's right.
Okay.
I mean, you're going to get more points as if you make it to the top and if you're the first one to get there. But once we get up here and there are storms and the acclimatization, it does tend to get tense at the end, honestly, because you need to draw the right cards to make sure your guys survive.
Awesome. So I've got my cards all ready to go.
And mine are getting pulled out right now, and I'm all set too. So we can flip those.
So we're going to flip.
And flip again. And flip again. All right. So I've got 2 movement this time.
Me too. So no one gets any risk tokens.
Great. Well, I know what I want to do. I'm going to drag my little guy right up here. I think that says 2. Hang on, let me zoom in on the board.
Yes, it says 2.
It says 2? Okay. Good. And everything else is going to stay where it was.
So I'm going to not move at all and just get 1 climatization for each dude.
Okay.
Because I miscounted.
Aha! Well, my guy is going to stay at where he is because I have 1 acclimatization card, but the other guy goes up 1 because he's still sitting on that space. Here we go.
Perfect.
New discard pile.
So
On the other side this time.
Flop this over to the other card. Draw up to 6.
Let me make sure I've got my stack here the right way.
Yep.
There we go. Orange. And draw up to 6.
So upcoming weather, we do have some storm weather coming in.
Okay.
So we need to be aware of that. I've already moved the token.
Okay, let's move the whole card over though.
Okay.
So that we can predict it for next time. There we go. Oh boy. Yeah, there's a couple of storms, hey?
Yeah, we're heading into some rocky weather.
That is right. But you see now, if we make it to the very, it's going to be above 7,000 meters, both of these storms. Do you see the little filled in part on the weather card?
Yep.
That shows where the storm is happening on the mountain.
Oh, did we play that properly then?
Well, our first one, the storm covered the entire mountain. The whole bar was filled in. But this time it's only above 7,000, which means if I move up to the next level, I'll be affected by that storm.
Oh, that's very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So you got a plan for that as well.
Yes, we do.
So
Let's see. I want to.
Definitely going to use that one.
Yeah, I know just what I want to do. I'm flipping them now before I put them out. That's. And I'll get rid of that. Okay. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, as you can hear, my dog Chanel is deciding she wants to talk to me.
Well, they're lonely while we're playing games.
Oh,
So
she gets involved in most of the games that we play. She likes to jump on my lap. So.
That's good.
Just give me
All
one
right.
sec. I'm just gonna let her out.
Sure.
All right, I'm back.
Good. I'm just sorting out. I didn't move my token up on the scoring track last time, so now he's where he's supposed to be.
Ah,
Okay. I've got 2 movement.
I've got 4, so I get a risk token.
You do.
So for the
So
risk
that's
token, that brings down my acclimatization or my movement, correct?
you can choose. So the risk token will subtract 1 movement point from one of your cards, 1 acclimatization point from one of your cards, or 1 point from the acclimatization of a mountaineer to whom 1 card was assigned.
Okay.
That was the third thing that I couldn't remember.
Gotcha. So what? Yeah, you've already moved your guys.
I haven't moved anybody yet, but I'm going to build a tent. I'm going to use my 2 points on the top area here to put the bumpy tent.
Awesome.
Let me grab
So
that.
I'm going to use the risk token on one of my movement cards. So instead of having 4, I have 3.
Okay.
Which still works out. So I will move this person 1, 2, 3.
Perfect.
And then also bump up this guy's climatization. And that's it for me for this turn. Whoops.
Okay. And we can drag those cards. And nothing changes. Well, you can move your... Do you move your score token up 1? Or you're in the same spot?
Yep.
Your highest guy, anyway, is in the
My
same
highest
spot?
guy is in the same spot, but my
Right.
other dude does move up to the next section.
I haven't moved my other guy in so long. Yeah, let's do the acclimatization on him. He's going to go up to 9. And my guy at the top of the hill is going to stay the same.
There we go. I'm like, why aren't you piling properly? Okay. So we don't get hit by a storm.
Not
At
this
this
time.
point, it's next round. So we also need to draw a token for the risk,
Mm-hmm.
which is a 0.
Okay.
The tracker. Whoops! No! Don't move that. That's another thing is if you're not zoomed in enough, you might accidentally move stuff.
Move the wrong thing.
Yeah. So there we go, and then we draw up to 6.
Okay, and I've got my 6. So let's see.
What do I choose? What do I choose?
Gives you a lot to think about.
It does, because now it starts to get a little bit more complicated as well.
Well, there's 3 more storms in the next several turns, right?
Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. There we go, and we're ready to flip.
Let's flip them. Oops. I flipped mine over a second time. Oh, it's flipping them all at once.
It's because if you click on multiple ones at the same time,
Uh-huh.
you can flip them all at the same time.
Nice. So I've got 3 movement.
I have, I think, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I will take the 0 risk.
Ah, that's what I wanted.
Too bad. And then you get to move your dudes first.
Yes, so 3 movement. I am going to send, hang on one second here. Let me just see. I want to take a closer look at the board. Yeah, I know what I'm going to do. I'll send that guy up. Oops. Okay. So I will move the little smooth guy at the bottom up to here. And I'll put him, he's way in the back, but we'll get that up to the first level down here below you. And that is it. I will acclimatize. That's what the rest of the points will be spent on.
All right, so with my 4 movement, I will move him 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I only take 1 damage to my climatization. We both don't take damage from the storm because it's 7,000 and above.
And I'm going to add 3 to my acclimatization of the guy who's up on top. 1, 2, 3. He doesn't lose 1 because he's in a tent. Okay. Here we go. So we'll replace the risk token. I'll move this little thing.
Okay, I'll replace the risk token.
You know how to spin those things around the right way. I do not.
So we got a 1. Draw some cards.
Yeah, I'm just looking at where that next storm is coming.
It's 7,000 and above.
Yeah, and it's just a 1-point storm, so it's a smaller one.
It's 2 points.
Oh, is it? Oh, I was looking at the wrong one. The one that we just faced was a 1.1.
Yep.
Okay. So let me get my cards out of the way here. Haven't even discarded yet. Here's 1. Okay, I can't see these other guys. Here we go. That's the 3. Oops, now I'm getting my taskbar is popping up instead.
Oh no.
Oh my goodness, I'm having a rough time here. Hang on, that's in the way. Here we go. That's better. If I can just... Oh. Okay. My discards went in the wrong spot, and now I can't get it back into the deck. Well, I won't worry about that right now. Let's do this first.
So you want this one moved into the discard here?
Ah, yes, absolutely. Oh, you
No
can
problem.
reach it because you can't see my hand. My hand was in the...
So
Okay.
I think I'm going to play... Do I want to play risky at this point? I don't know if I do or not.
You're well acclimatized, so there is that.
Yeah, that's true. Let's see how this goes.
All right. Well, let's flip over some cards.
So I've got a total of 6 movement.
And I have a total of 7.
Oh, you get it.
Ooh, I was risky that time. So one of these has a 1 on it, I think. Yep. I'll take 1. Okay. Now, does that storm go all the way up to the top? I bet it does, eh?
Yes. No, it doesn't go to the 8.
Okay.
It's just in this region here.
This is a rough one. How do I want to do it? Well, I'm going to take the damage, I think, and go right up to the top. Right there. And hope that that guy will survive.
So he takes a total of 4.
He is going to take a total of 4. Yep. And he is right now at 7. So he'll be down to 3.
So I'm going to move 6. So 2, 4, 6. And he's going to take 3. And that is my shapely meeple. So 3. And that's it for me, because my other dude is in a safe spot and isn't getting baffled by storms.
Yeah, my little guy's in the same boat. So I think we're good to go. We can. I can discard this thing. We can draw another one. Where's the next storm I'm hitting? Maybe I should have predicted that a little bit better.
And then we get to draw some cards.
Get those cards drawn. I'm just discarding mine. And I know what I'm praying to get this time.
I think I'm doing good. I think I'm at a steady spot. I'm hoping.
Yeah, you're doing all right. You're doing all right. Okay. Let me draw up to 6. Oops, I gotta right click on that deck. Oh, this is the last. We're gonna have to shuffle again.
Oops.
Let's see. I think I'll take this one. All right. Here we go. Okay.
Awesome. So gonna flip those cards.
Flip those cards. And I've got a total of 4 movement.
I've got a total of 2, so you win.
I win a risk token.
So
I think that's a 1.
There is a set of cards up here that we haven't used at all.
Yeah. These are rescue cards. And they're for if you want to lower the level of difficulty of the game, if a climber dies, his friend can rescue him.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, so there's one for each player, and well, they've got it set up here for 5 players, even though there's only 2 of us.
Mm-hmm.
So there's 5 cards in that deck. And the other one is just the first player token. We didn't really use that.
Yeah, well, we're only 2, so it's not too hard to keep track.
That's exactly right.
All
I think I disconnected, so I'm frozen for the moment, but I'll draw up.
Oh, you're moving again.
Am I? Good. I'm only moving the camera on my end, but it's trying. There we go. There we go. Okay. So I took a risk token, and I've got, what did I say, 4 movement. And I'm going to, I think, take 3 of those movement and go right up there, which will be 2 damage next turn, but it also blocks you from getting into that spot.
It doesn't, because 2 people can be in that spot.
Are you sure about that? Because
Yeah,
right up here where it says 2, there's only 1 meeple.
Oh, okay, yes, that's true.
Yeah, that means only 1 per spot. I know. I only know this because my son blocked me for multiple turns the last time I played this game. He just sat there in a tent, and it was not very good for me.
Gotcha.
So I took 3 acclimatization points, and I'm going to lose 2. So he's going to go up by 1.
All right, I'm going to put a tent here.
That's
So
a
that
good
will
plan.
be my movement. And then I have a total of 5 acclimatization. So the guy that is up top, I will give him 1, 2, 3. And then 2 to the other guy. And that will be it.
Okay, and we've got a storm here.
Yep. Which
And how much?
hits the only above the 8,000.
Of course. How much damage is it going to do? Looks like 2. Okay.
So you
So I
take
gained
an
1.
additional 2.
And I lost 2. All right. There we go. And my other guy just stays the same. He's not taking any damage from storm. Well, we can shuffle our cards now, I guess.
Yep.
Get these on the deck.
And shuffle. Whoops. No, I said shuffle first. Those were nice cards, but you didn't shuffle first.
Yeah, flip them first and then shuffle them.
Yep. And then our tractor moves, as so does the risk tokens.
Oh yeah, I'll throw out the old one here. And I think I've got to move my guy up. Now another thing that happens is if your climber dies, all those points that he earned will be lost.
So you gotta try and keep them alive.
So you do want to try and keep them alive if you can. Okay, let's see what we get here.
One thing I want to double check on. So the points are the flags, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So my dude is up here and he is up here. So I'm not doing too bad. No, he's still down. You need to move your guy up one. I'll put him on the proper track.
Okay.
Alright, yes. So we draw our cards and continue.
Oh, hang on. No, my guy needs to stay back because that's the tent.
Oh, oops, sorry.
Yep, that's okay. That was the tent. Okay, so is there still a storm? Are we still in a storm? Did you move that ahead?
Yes, we are still in a storm.
Okay. So I know what I'm going to do this time.
I believe I did. No, we just had 2 turns with storms, and that was that the above the 8,000 one? Oh, no. So we are on that turn.
Okay. And where is that storm going to hit?
That storm hits 7,000 and above. So both the higher sections.
Okay, both the higher sections. All right. So, and this is my plan. All right. So those are coming out.
So if you want to click on multiple cards to flip them simultaneously, if you hold shift and then click your cards, they will highlight them in your color, and then you just hit F and it'll flip everything at once.
Now, how do I highlight them all at once?
Hold the shift button on your keyboard and then select your cards.
Okay, hang on here. Whoops. Okay, so say again, how do I highlight them all at the same time?
So shift button on your keyboard, and then you click all your cards that you want to.
Ah, okay, that makes sense.
So they should highlight in blue as you do that.
Yep.
And then you click the F button, and they flip simultaneously.
Super. That's a good way to do it.
So I have a total of 3 movement.
Oh, I have more than that. So I got these guys. And I'm going to take that number 1 again. It is getting riskier and riskier to be up here. Okay. So I am going to move my upper climber down because he's not going to make it if I don't do that. So I've got ropes, 2 ropes with the down of... Oh, I lost my cursor. There we go. Movement. So let's see where I can get him. Well, I can put him down this far. Hopefully that means he's going to survive. 1, 5. Okay, and then I've got 3, which means that this guy can move towards the tent. 2, 3. Right there.
So, because you're still above the 7,000, this guy here would get hit for...
Oh, he's going to get hit by for 3, right?
Yep.
He's going to be dead.
Oh, no.
Because I do not have any acclimatization cards in my hand. And that's why he is not going to make it. I tried to get him down out of harm's way, but it did not work.
It did not. So my lower guy will move up by 1. So he will only take 1 damage.
Mm-hmm.
And my other guy is safe in a tent, but will still take 2 damage.
Right. And this guy's taking 3 and coming off the board because we're not playing with those rescue cards. Come on.
We're risking it all.
Yeah, this is what happens every time I play. I just go too far because I'm having too much fun. All right. So I've lost all of my points.
Well, you still have a little guy. He's keeping track.
Yeah, he's coming. He's on his way up. He's going up 1.
My dude is going to move here.
Yeah, and mine is right behind.
Too bad there isn't a mechanic where you can take down your tent and move it up again.
Ah, yes. Well, that makes the tents a valuable resource for sure.
That is true. I feel like I misplayed that early game, but that happens.
All right.
I will live and learn.
And we can get out of a storm for at least 1 turn.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
So we get a little sunshine and relaxation. Yep. And we drop to 6.
We are going to drop to 6. I'm going to shift. Can I shift click on these guys and put them all in the discard pile at the same time?
You can try to. I haven't done that yet. But as long as your discard... Well, I think you have to start the discard pile and then move them. Because right now you're going to just move all of them.
Yeah, I'm just moving a big stack in the same configuration. Here we go. There's 1. We'll try that maybe next time.
All right. Okay. So we've already moved the tracker. We've already taken our damages. Now we drop to 6 and we continue the climb.
Mm-hmm. Okay. There we go.
So what do I want to do this round? Choices.
So many options. Well, now it's getting a little tense, right? I've already got 1 dead guy. You're going to pass by his body on your way up.
Oh, poor guy. He's just a popsicle up on the mountain.
That's right. That's the risk you take.
So I'm going to do that and then pick up. We're ready to flip?
Yep.
Flip. So I've got a total of 2, 3, 4.
I've got 6.
So you get to take a danger token.
I will take that risk token and do that dangerous thing, which means now I have a movement of 4 because I don't want to take any acclimatization off. And I will move. There's no storm right now. He's going right there. Okay.
So my guy will move from here to here. And there's no storm, but he still takes damage from climatization. He is my round dude. Go down one.
Okay. And mine's going to do the same once I get these discards done here. There we go. One more. Now, can I pick up this whole stack and move it to a better spot?
Yes, you can. If you click on it once instead of just dragging a card, you should be able to.
Okay. So it's highlighted, yeah. And then I can move it wherever. Oh, perfect. That's better. Okay. Let me dump my risk token in the bag. You're moving everything all around.
Yeah, I'll move this card over. So we've got an incoming storm, but it's hitting from... it's only hitting the 7,000 section.
Okay.
So where we are right now. And then we can also draw our cards. And we are down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're on 6 turns until end of game.
Yep. Okay. Okay, I know what I'm going to do. All right.
I learned a new thing today. So if you're trying to draw your cards at the same time as well, you can do the shift-click thing as well in your hand. And it piles together nicely as well.
Well, that makes it a lot easier. Perfect.
Well, learn something new every day.
Excellent job. Here we go. So I'm ready when you are.
Whoops. That was not what I wanted to do. There we go. And flip. So I'm just not moving. I'm just going to climatize. So,
you're staying put.
Yeah.
And I have 4 movement, which means I get one of these things. What numbers are up here? It looks like 2, 2, 2. Well, I guess that doesn't leave me with a lot of choice. I'll take the 2.
So my rounder guy takes 2 damage, so he's down to 6. And my upper guy doesn't take damage from where he's sitting, but does take damage from the storm. So I went up and then went down, and that's about it. I stayed safe.
Okay, so I am also going to take damage both from the storm and from the square I'm on, which means I take a total of 3.
Ouch.
Yep, that hurts. That's what got me last time, right?
Yep.
But hey, you're climbing a mountain, you're going to be taking chances.
So we've moved the turn order, we flipped our new risk token.
I'm trying to see if I can discard 3 at a time.
And your Bonum now is up top here, but he's below me because I was here first.
You were there first. So I'm going to toss out my risk thingamabob. Okay. We've got a storm coming.
Yes, we've got a 2-point storm that's only hitting our section again.
Okay.
So. But we're safe for today. No, did I move the tracker over? I don't think I did. No, yes.
I think there was no storm last time, so.
Yeah, so move this. Whoops. Don't move.
So there's going to be a storm.
So there's going to be a storm. Stop picking up the card. There we go. So there's a 2-point storm coming in our section of the board. So I've got one guy that's safe, one guy that is unprotected. Either way that I look at it, Let's see. Definitely going to use this card. So I think I've got my cards picked out. There we go.
Okay. I've got 2. I'm just trying to check.
Yeah, I'm doing the math here, being like, do I risk it? Do I not risk it? Is it safe to go up? Because the next couple of days, it's nonstop storms. We've got storms all over the mountain, essentially.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hang on here. I keep flipping 2 at a time. There we go. Okay. So let me do this. That's not what I wanted to do. Stop selecting all of those guys. Okay. Okay, for some reason, it's giving me a hard time here. 1, 2, yeah. And it's this guy right there that I would do. It's not letting me choose the ones I want. Let me unselect this somehow.
Yeah, just click anywhere else and it'll unselect, and then go back and try and select.
Let me select everything. We'll go like that. And hopefully that'll work better. That gets flipped. Nope, they all want to flip. Ooh, and now they're popping out, and I didn't really want them to.
It's okay, you can put them back in your hand. I haven't seen them.
Okay, let's see. Actually, yeah, I'll put them back. 1. And this guy. Here I am delaying the game. Sorry about that.
Oh, no problem. Again, this is a learning experience for you because this is your first time trying out Tabletopia. So
it is.
Our first session with Tabletopia, within the first 5 minutes, we accidentally flipped the table. which everyone was like, oh my god, what happened? And I'm like, oh, stuff. It just went flying. Oops.
Now I have a card that seems... There it is. Okay, now I can see it. This face down card, I tried to add it to my hand and it didn't want to go. Can you pull that out for me? Because my hand is interfering. Thank you. Let me just make sure it's the right one. There we go. Yeah, I think that'll do the trick.
All right.
Okay, now it's trying to get me to... Oh, nope, it wants to select 2 now instead of 1. I'm trying. Get that out of there. I'm not pressing shift. Make sure nothing else... There we go. Okay, that worked. Okay, good to go.
All right. So now we flip.
Flip those cards. Hopefully those are all the right ones.
You've got a nice set of climatization there.
Yeah, well, with the storm coming, and I'm on a square that's going to subtract 2. So I'm not moving, and you move.
Yes.
So you get a risk token.
I move, so I will take the 1. And what I will do, so I move first. So I've got 3 here and a 2 here. And I will essentially cancel out each other for the climatization card that I was going to use.
Okay.
My dude that is in the 7,000 section doesn't take damage from the spot it's on, but will take damage from the storm.
Mm-hmm.
So that is my chubby guy. So he goes down 2. And the guy up top will also take 2 because of his square, but not because of the storm.
And I am gaining 4 and losing 4, so his acclimatization stays the same.
And then we draw 3. Move this token off, put this token here, We're on to the last 3 rounds of the game. So exciting.
Yes,
Let the
almost
stress begin.
Yeah. Begin. I've got a dead guy on this mountain. What do you mean begin?
I don't know. I've been doing okay so far. I'm at a point where I'm like, okay, I just gotta wait it out.
Yeah, that's right.
So
I always get impatient.
so the
I'm
next
not.
3 days. So the day we're on currently, um, all the levels that we're currently on get hit.
Mm-hmm.
Then the second day, everything from 7,000 and up gets hit, and then the last day, it's only the 8,000 that gets hit.
Right. So you're going to want to move your score tokens up.
Yes, that is true. So
You're up higher now.
my bulky guy is here. My other guy is here. You are before me. So there we go. So hopefully I can survive the next 3 turns with where I'm sitting.
Let's see. I'll do that. And I will do that. Okay. Oh, Jen, I lost you.
Oh, you lost me?
Yeah. Oh, you're back again.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Give me 1 sec. Gotta love Discord deciding it doesn't like me.
Here we go.
There we go. I'm back online. Thank you for telling me, and I can fix my Discord right away.
There we go. 3 more turns.
Yep, 3 more turns to see how we survive the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I definitely want to use this. This and this. Too bad there's not a mechanic that you can get slight points for actually making it to the top and being the first one to put your flag down.
Yeah.
That would have been an interesting bonus points thing that they could have done with this game.
I think there's an expansion, but I'm not sure what it adds to the game.
Oh, okay.
I didn't go for the expansion. This one was stressful enough by itself. I didn't need the extra.
Yeah, that's completely understandable.
Yeah.
Okay. So because I already have one person on the space at the bottom with my tent, I can't put another person there, correct?
That is correct. You would have to move. Go big or go home, Jen.
Yeah, I know.
Not that the player with a dead climber is going to be a good person to take advice from.
So, just one question. If I don't have a rope and I just have a number, can they move in any direction? Because that was something we didn't cover.
Yeah, that's right. Moving. I think you have to go up. Oh, hang on. No, a player can use movement cards to move up or down.
Okay, so the ones that are the rope are usually faster, though.
It's faster to go down, yeah.
Okay, well, I'm going to do... Oops. I'm going to have to use that one then. I hope I play this right. Okay.
Are we ready?
We're ready to flip.
All right, let me press that button.
So, I've got a total of 5 movement.
And I have 3.
So I take the risk.
Mm-hmm. You take that risk. I am going to build a tent.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're in that space. There we go. And I'll move my acclimatization up 3 because that's my card. But the storm's going to knock it down at the end.
Oh, this is going to be so close. So I'm gonna move my guy that was above down below. So that's my movement.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will cancel out my 2-point card with the 2-point risk.
Mm-hmm.
My dude here will only take 1 point of damage from the storm, and my other dude will take 2 points of damage. So close. I think I might lose.
Oh,
All
no.
my dudes. So this guy goes. Whoops. This guy
No.
goes down there.
No, he stays up because that was the highest he was.
Oh, okay. So that's how it works.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the points you're going to get at the end. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Now, okay.
So
How
now
much damage is this storm?
That storm is doing 1 damage.
Okay, so I'm going to take a total of 3 from the space that I'm on, include.
I think we might have lost you a bit. Oh, we did lose him. We will wait for him to reconnect. We were just at the exciting spot. The tension.
No, you're frozen.
Okay, you're back.
I'm back.
So you got...
just when it's getting tense.
I know, I was just like, the tension. So, you didn't move because you're booted offline for Tabletopia.
Okay, yeah, it's trying to reconnect now.
Okay, so essentially, I moved my dudes. I did my points. You were just about to say what you were taking damage for.
Yeah, I took damage for. Well, I moved my token. My token for the damage. I was at 8.
Okay.
And then I lost a total of 3 for the storm and the space that I'm in. But I have a tent there now, so I only lost 2. So that puts me to 6.
Okay, so let me move your guy to 6. And I'll move your other token off to the other section. Whoops.
Okay.
So
and I'm not seeing...
We have him marked as dead. So we're just waiting for you to reconnect. And we can play the last 2 turns of the stressful climb.
Yeah, it is stressful. And I'm still not connected on your... I can move cards over here. But you can't see what I'm doing. Whoops.
No, at this point, you're still disconnected from the room itself.
Okay, should I refresh the page maybe?
Yeah, try refreshing the page and see if that helps you. And I will move the token over to our next section. And I've already drawn our new climate thing. Oh, there you go.
Okay, so you get the board ready. Okay, that's good. Perfect. Okay, now we can see what I'm doing. Let's start dragging cards around.
A shuffle, come on, I need some climate cards.
This is the problem. You get to the last turn. Get to the last turn, and that's what happened to me. I drew all movement when I needed just one acclimatization, and because we're shuffling all the cards in, it's hard to know. I'm getting some lag here. It's making it hard for me to collect the cards. 2 more turns, huh?
Yeah, 2 more turns.
Gotta survive for 2 more turns, and there's 2 storms. Okay, 1 more. I'm trying to move this thing over. Okay. Come on, internet. You can do it. There we go. Okay. I've got to flip and then shuffle. Flip. Good.
Okay, so I think I have...
I'm tired of waiting for me to get offline, and he just decided that Netflix was calling.
Oh, no.
Or Funimation was calling. I don't know which one. Or YouTube. Who knows? Okay. So I've got my deck shuffled. And let's see what I wind up with.
So is the entire family heavy into playing games?
Well, not my wife so much. There's some games that she'll play with us, but usually it's just me and the kids. And they're 19 and 17 now. So one is he's out of the house for the summer, but he's moving back for school. So we've been playing 2-player games.
That's awesome. Have you
Yeah.
tried Fox in the Forest?
Yes.
I
I
love
haven't
that
tried
game.
I haven't tried Duet yet,
I haven't.
which
I
is
haven't got a chance to play it yet.
and that's a cooperative one, which I think is a neat way to do it.
Yeah, I got to see it at. There was a trade show here in Montreal. I got to see it before purchasing. The same thing. Aquacorn Cove was another one that I love. That particular artist. She does amazing work.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, I need to have this game in my library, and it's a co-op game as well. And my niece loves dragons, so
Okay.
she's super into anything that's dragons at this point. She's only 4. I've already converted her into a nerd. And she loves board games as well, but we simplify it for a lot of the stuff that we try to play at the table because she is 4.
Right.
But she loves anything that's dexterity based, like Click Clack Lumberjack. She has a whole theme song for that game.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, there's dexterity games for kids that age are awesome.
Yeah, she's a little bit too young for Ninja Academy, which is another dexterity based one, where
Mm-hmm.
you're trying to do like tricks and stuff with the ninjas and cards.
Okay.
Um, but I think when she gets a little bit older, I'll try and get a copy of Meeple Circus, because that looks
Oh
like it would
yes.
definitely be upper alley. That and junk art, because
Yeah.
that's a really well made one as well. I got to play that at Ludzur in Gatineau 2 years ago ish.
Okay.
But they had the giant version of the game,
Oh nice.
so it
I've
takes
played
up a whole like. We had to put 2 8x8 tables together to make enough
okay.
space for 4 players.
I've played the giant version of Jenga, but not Junk Art, which looks like a great game. We have Meeple Circus, and the timer kind of stresses out the kids
Oh
sometimes.
no.
So okay, so I've got my 3 cards. They're all highlighted and ready to go.
So I'm about to flip my cards. Flip. Okay, so you get to move first.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a total of 8 movement.
Well, you've got the movement, so you get that 0 token, which I would have loved to have had. And I don't have any acclimatization. I've got 3 movement, which means I can move up 1, which is going to put me to... That's going to do 2 damage, and the storm is going to do 1. I think I can take it. Let me get him up here. Oh, great. He's slowly... There's so much lag, it's hard to control things.
Oh no.
Yeah. I'm trying to move my score token up 1.
Would you like me to move it for you?
Oh, I think I got it.
Yep.
There we go. Okay. Now we have to take our...
Well, hold on. I have to move still. So I
Okay.
have a total of 8 movement. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to plummet all the way back down here to where
You're
it's
trying
safe.
to avoid that storm.
So I'm completely safe here. I don't take any damage. I miss out on the storm. My upper guy doesn't take damage from where he's sitting, but will take 1 damage from the storm.
Okay.
And then that is it for me.
Yep. And I'm going to take a total of 3 damage from the storm. Now I'm trying to pick up these cards.
If you want me to pick up your cards, I can do that for you.
Yes, if you could do that, that would be great. Then I'll try and pick up this little token. Everything is very herky-jerky in the way that I'm trying to control this cursor. Am I going to get it? Nope.
Do you want me to move it as well for you?
Yes, if you don't mind, sure.
No problem. So you're going down how many?
I think I'm going down 3. 1 for the storm and 2 for the space.
1, 2, 3. So you're at 3 now.
I'm at 3. Perfect.
All right.
And the
I
next
discard my token.
and the next storm is going to do.
Storm. The last storm hits in only the 800 section.
Right? And it does how much? Is it 1 or 2?
1.
Okay.
So we draw back up to 6. Oh, the health.
That's what you were waiting for. You didn't get it last time.
I didn't get it last time.
But you had enough movement to get one of your guys off the danger zone.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So
I've already got my cards sorted out because I think I know what I'm going to do.
Okay,
as long as
good.
I can survive this round, I think I win.
I just have to look and see. What have we got here? Okay, I think... Well, let's try this and see if it works. I don't know. You're probably going to win, but hey, we're going to give it the old college try.
So, points-wise, for scoring, it's the flags on the side that you get the points for, correct?
That's right. I'll double check it when we.
I just want to make sure it's not who's highest on the mountain wins.
No, you get scoring. Nope, that's the solo rules. Whoever has the highest sum of victory points from their 2 mountaineers is the winner.
Gotcha.
And I only have 1 mountaineer left. Okay, so I'm pulling out some cards here slowly. Again, my cursor does not want to cooperate.
Unfortunately, I can't help you pick cards because they're hidden from me.
That's right. You can't even see those ones, so I'll just drop them wherever they wind up and try and get the mouse back to the other side, and then we'll count up our points.
Awesome.
Once we do this last thing.
So this game does take quite a while to play, but it doesn't, you don't feel it.
Yeah, I mean, once we have the rules down, and if we were playing in person where we could physically pick up the cards, I think it would go a bit quicker, but...
That is true.
I'd say, probably, well, I don't know, I'm not sure what it says on the box, but, an hour maybe if you were familiar with it, or maybe half an hour per player, because you can't go simultaneously. Well, I'm flipping cards over here.
I'll flip my cards.
Because I don't know if the internet's going to let me do it. Oh, here we go. There's one. One more. One more. I think I got it. There we go. I've got 3 movement and 1 acclimatization.
Okay, I've got 3 acclimatization, which I'm right away going to give to the guy up at the top. 1, 2, 3. And then I have 2 movement, which I am not going to take.
Okay, well, I'm going to climb to the top of the mountain.
You also have to get the wrist token.
Yep, you're right. Okay, because I have 3 and you have 2.
Yep.
Let's see. Well, I'll take a 1. If I can grab it. There we go.
See, I was going to risk and try and go to the top, and I'm like, I could because I have the 3 token, but at the same time, I would have needed 6 movement, and unfortunately, I just didn't have enough.
Yeah.
But then I would also be risking taking a wrist token. I'm like, I'm gonna play it safe. I've hit a certain point. I'm okay. Just have to survive.
And that storm's gonna do 1.
Yes, it does 1 damage only to you. And I'm fine at where I am because I take no damage because of my tent.
Well, I'm gonna move up to the top and move my. Well, I'm going to try to... Maybe you can move the little guy up to the top.
I moved the little guy up to the top.
And then I'll come down and move this token over to 4, but then when the storm hits, it's going to go down to 1.
Okay, so I'll put it down for 1 for you.
There you go. So he survives.
He barely survives, but he does
barely
get to the top of the mountain.
So it's, I'd say, a moral victory, at least.
So I've got a total of... so 7 and 6, so 13 points, and you have a total of 10.
There you go.
And 1 dead popsicle.
Yeah, so 1 dead popsicle, but a close game in the end.
Very close.
And there you go. That's K2.
That was a wonderful game. Thanks for joining us, and we'll catch everyone else at the table next time. Bye.
Thanks.